There's a lot of people who do negging these days in the dating scene, and it's so fucking weird. Like, funny enough, one of my followers clocked my tea on an unrelated video. They said, girl, you always keep a date on you. I said, number one, what the fuck does it have to do with the topic of this video? Number two, you're absolutely right. I almost uploaded a 30-minute video talking about everything that went wrong on the date with the guy that I had met with. I'll probably still upload that video at some point talking about what happened in depth with this new guy I went on a date with like 2 days ago, but as of now, let's stay on topic. It's just so weird. If you have a girl in your life who seems like she likes you, and she's clearly on the date because in some way, shape, or form, she likes you, then how about you just be normal? You just treat her well. I went on a date with a dude, and I swear to God, it was annoying as fuck. I had my afro perfectly picked out on some Pam Grier shit, looking nice and luscious and moisturized. I went out of my way to like, oh, I smelled amazing. I smelled like a caramel s'more with how I layered my scents and used body oil. I had this amazing, like, not quite skin tight, but still very form-fitting dress that showed off my curves. I had these nice stiletto heels on. I wore my nice diamond jewelry. I looked like a fucking star. I looked amazing. I did my makeup just right, chose the colors perfectly, everything. You want to know what happened on the date? The entire time, this man just acted like he couldn't stand my presence. And it's like, it's like, nope, I look like my photos. I look like every single one of my photos. I have the same personality we had over texting. If he just wasn't attracted to me, that would be one thing, but it's like, it seemed a bit too intentional. Every single thing I asked him, he would just respond with, alright, and be super fucking weird. And it's like, you don't have to be like that. I just thought to myself, if he's really not attracted to me, he could have just stayed my ass home. Oh. If he really wasn't feeling me, he could have just stayed home. We could have not met up. He was the one who was actually trying to meet me sooner. And I was showing interest, and I was interested in getting to know him because I thought this dude seems nice. We could probably have a lot in common. And instead, he acted like such a dipshit. And I told my friends, I was like, yeah, I'm getting really annoyed because it's like, I don't like going on dates with dudes where like every other dude in the room sees me walk by. Every other person they see me, they crack their necks, break their necks, drop their jaws, hunch over and go awooga. But when it comes to the guy that I actually am on a date with, you know, my assigned partner for the evening, they want to be like, alright, you're okay, I guess, ass energy. It's happened to me twice now. And then my friend online actually had to tell me. They were like, oh, that's probably just negging. Some people do intentional negging because they specifically want to get you in a period space of being low self-esteem because then they assume that they'll have you like putty in their hands. I told her, one, that makes sense. Two, I think it's absolutely fucking pathetic because all it does is put me out of the energy of, I like this person, genuinely, and I got dressed up for them because I wanted to look nice for them. And I would like to get to know them more for who they are and appreciate them. But instead of believing that I was really someone who could actually, you know, appreciate them, living their life, we could get along, they wanted to act like a bitch and do pussy-ass mind games and shit. And instead of me being like, oh, yes, this is someone who's deserving of my love and affection, and I should try even harder to make them interested in me, it just made me go, this guy fucking sucks, and he's gonna buy me a second dinner, or hey, I'm gonna buy more drinks, because if you are really insistent on being in my presence and taking up my time, and you can't even be nice, you're gonna have to pay for it, because, yeah, it's like, do you want, because now you have a self-fulfilling prophecy. Now I'm gonna see you as subhuman and a pay pig, because you're acting disrespectful as fuck. If you acted normal, I would have been normal. But since you clearly just want someone to boost your ego and make you feel good as you treat them like shit, you're going to have to pay for that experience. I'm not doing charity work. I hate people who do negging. I hate people who lie about stupid shit, big or small, because they think that I won't accept them or like them for who they are. I hate all of it because it's like, nigga, you know, I usually communicate in advance what I do love and hate about the world. And it's like, you mean to tell me that in an attempt to become the thing I loved, you tried to become the very thing you knew I hated when you were already lovable from the jump, and you just had to simply reciprocate the love and believe that the love I was giving you was real. Fuck that shit. Anyway, And even if that guy really was not interested in me, I'm just gonna say it. Actually, I've had 3 times in my entire dating life where men would go on dates with me and then act like it was such a miserable experience. It's like, boo-hoo, you're a 60-year-old man trying to have an affair with your wife with a sugar baby, and you're so mad that this, like, 23-year-old, I mean, no, I was 18 back then. You're mad that this 18-year-old with a curvaceous body is wearing a blazer and a ponytail, a high ponytail, on your date? Ungrateful as fuck and weird. And he kept trying to, like, be shitty, like, ooh, you look like you're going to work. And it's like, well, you said to dress discreet. So it's like, I'm pretty sure if I showed up to a high-end fucking restaurant, not dressed like I was, like, a cute assistant, and if I showed up dressed with a tiny little dress on, that would raise some eyebrows. Do you want discreet or do you want sexy? And yes, I know that's morally fucked up. I am aware. And then on the other end, yeah, simply put, I've met dudes who, yeah, once I went on a date with this dude and he was like, oh, when I saw your pictures online, I was like, ugh, ugh, they were so bad, like, ugh. And he, in the middle of this Michelin star high-end restaurant, was acting like such an asshole that several tables turned their head to be like, who's that guy making fucking Jim Carrey noises? And you know what happened? I just stared him in the face, and then he said, and I decided to go on a date with you anyway. But hey, you're actually so much more gorgeous than your photos. I thought to myself, if I had such bad photos and you thought I looked so hideous in said photos, you're more pathetic than I am, because I'm a bitch with an Android. You're the one paying someone with fucked up photos, allegedly, $200 to simply show up and eat a fancy dinner with you and tolerate your presence. Absolutely fucking pathetic. And simply put, if someone is really dumb enough that they're like, I'm not attracted to this chick, I'm gonna show up, be as much of an asshole as possible, pay for every single thing that she wants, and just be a total asshole. Like, you need more. You either don't have bitches, you don't have common sense, you don't have hobbies. Yeah, you just don't have a life. Like, nigga, you had everything else you could have done with your time and you chose that. I even remember one guy I told y'all about, that Frederick dude. He also called himself Eric, which I thought was weird. I don't know, but I don't know. He was the type of asshole where he would be like, I could just simply say, oh wow, the sky is so beautiful and blue today, not a single cloud in the sky. And he'd be like, yes, we get it. Guess what? The sky is always blue. That's kind of what the sky does. And he would always try to find something really, I fucked up cracking my egg. Always find something really shitty to say. But at the same time, I was like, okay, dude, you're like twice my age. And we know why you're here. You're here because you are hoping that with negging and enough prolonged dates that I will eventually put out or something. Or you're just extremely fucking stupid and going on a date with someone who's hot and you don't fucking like because you want marriage and kids with me on some sort of stupid, he was not smart. And instead of me going, I will date this guy because he has a great personality, I just went, I guess I could date this dude because he'll take me to places I couldn't afford by myself. And we had a mutual understanding that, okay, he's a fucking cunt who absolutely hates my presence. I'm not the biggest fan of him, but I can listen to him talk about how it was like in the war in Afghanistan or whatever. And I get to go to a spa in a high-end restaurant on his dime. We both got our needs met, but it was pathetic because it's like, it's just weird. It's like, he couldn't just been a normal guy trying to get to know me. It'd be nice and decent and sweet. And he chose to be an asshole. I've had multiple relationships with the dudes who I truly, genuinely liked, but because they didn't think I liked them, they just would act up horrendously bad. And then next thing you know, they try to be like, ooh, your pussy divot's really low. No, it's not. Oh, your titty's lopsided. And then I take a step forward and make them flinch, and then they're like, oh, actually, never mind, it's just my imagination. You're fucking right, it is. Little stupid shit. It's like, nigga, like, it's like these people just go, I'm in a relationship with someone who loves me. And sure, she loves me all the time and puts thoughtful effort into the gift she gives me and always wants to be around me and actually cares about my life and what I've been through and all that I speak on. But I get the feeling I need to insult her so that she doesn't get too big of a head and doesn't think she's deserving of rights or whatever. Yeah, I hate you niggas. It's like, dating in general, and this makes me kind of go, I should be a misandrist. I try not to feed the wolf in me that tells me that men don't deserve rights and that they're terrible fucking people, but a lot of niggas just keep fucking sneaking behind my back and feeding it scraps anyway, and then wondering why the idea that men don't deserve rights keeps getting bigger and bigger. Y'all are the ones fattening it up with your actions. Be normal. Go on a date and actually plan to get to know the other person and treat them well, and then if you get hurt in the process, That sucks. Guess what? I've been hurt a million fucking times, but even after the last date I've been on, I'm definitely tapping out from dating. Well, no, I'm not. I have another guy who's interested in me, who seems fun and sweet. That's how they all start off. But I will still give faith and love. But I also should get the fuck off the dating apps, because good lord, the dating pool has like piss and turds in it. I'm tired of swimming in the dating pool expecting a nice, lovely encounter and then drowning in turds. Anyway, peace out.